Door shims create precise spacing behind hinges and under jambs to lift, tilt, and align doors for smooth operation. Shims work by inserting thin, tapered pieces of material between the door jamb or hinge mortise and the framing to change the plane and position of the hung door. Start by loosening hinge screws just enough to allow movement, then slide a thin shim behind the hinge leaf so the screw pulls the jamb toward the shim when reinstalled. Tighten the long hinge screws so they bite into framing through the shim for a solid hold. For undercut or binding doors, insert shims beneath the jamb sill or beneath a sliced jamb piece to raise the entire frame evenly. Check reveal at top and sides with a straight edge or by eye, and add or remove thin shim layers until gaps are even. Use stacked thin wood shims to build fine adjustments, then trim flush with a sharp knife and seal or paint the exposed ends to prevent moisture uptake. For temporary or tool-assisted adjustments, use a pump wedge to separate jamb and framing and set position before installing permanent shims. This is especially helpful on heavy doors or when working alone. Choose materials to match the task. 1/4-inch wooden shims for load-bearing, hard cards for tiny tweaks, plastic or composite shims where moisture resistance is required, and pre-packaged permanent shim packs when you need a consistent, thin spacer that resists compression. Always test the door through its full swing and lock engagement after each change and correct hinge screw length so it reaches solid framing rather than just thin drywall or sheathing. Common mistakes include driving screws into thin sheathing instead of framing, which lets the jamb move. Remedy that by using a long screw to reach the stud or by relocating the hinge slightly to align with solid framing. Another frequent issue is overshimming one hinge and causing binding elsewhere. Solve this by making incremental, reversible adjustments and checking the top, strike side, and bottom gaps together before finalizing. People also leave soft shims in place, where they will compress over time, causing the door to sag. Replace temporary wood or cardboard layers with firmer wooden or composite shims and cut them flush so they are supported and protected by paint or sealant. We run BigHomeProjects.com, where we help homeowners find local contractors and where contractors can find job opportunities related to door repair and other projects. We also host a discussion community so users can ask questions, share experiences, and get practical tips from peers and pros.